Hello. Hello. I'm all red and blotchy. I've just come back in from my bike ride. I'm going to try and look at the screen, because when I look at the screen it looks like I'm going like this. So now I'm going to look at the camera. There you go. Yes, I'm all red and blotchy, as you can see there. Yes, and you have to excuse me. I look like a red raspberry thing. The cat's 2 hours to wait for her food, and she's meowing and pestering me and doing things to really aggravate me. So I'm trying to ignore her. So yeah, I've came back in from my longest bike ride to date, and I'm quite happy with myself. And I just wanted to make a quick video about being thankful. Come on, cat, please, give me a break. Okay? Bloody cats. Right, yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video about being grateful about things and appreciating what the good things. It's not always about the bad things, you know. Oi, settle down. This is all food, and I've been giving her this canning food, and I've noticed in the last 2 weeks she's exploded in size, and I don't mean she's not put weight on, she's put muscle on, and I think it's is that a good thing, or is that like an artificial steroid type thing? I'm not saying the steroids in the food, but you know what I mean. Is it like a selling a tactic to sell? You know, stick this in the cat food, make the cats look beautiful, and people will say, you know. Anyway, I'll shut up about that. So yeah, I've spent some good time out today thinking. I've got a video. Actually, I'm going to upload the video so that it shows before this one, of me sitting at the beach looking at the beach, and the sea and that lot, and I did a lot of thinking. I took some pasta with me. I had my dinner there. Beautiful spot. As you know, I keep saying this in my videos, don't I? It's a beautiful spot, but the sea's staggering. You've got to go with open eyes, not fear. And I know this sounds stupid to a lot of people. What do you mean fear? Well, right, my life, everybody's got a little bit of a cross to bear, haven't they? With something in their life, something that holds them back. My life has been full of, you know, I'd say my fair share of anxiety. I spent most of my life scared of things. And I don't mean scared of situations. You know, I could deal with things just as good as the next fella, but I'm on about being scared of living, being scared of just being. It's like an irrational fear in it. What do they call it? Social anxiety, you know. But I've always been asking the right questions, but I haven't been asking to the right person. I've my whole life. Now, there's a lot of people out there that'll say, "Oh, he's Bible bashing," but I'm not. Nothing could be further from the truth. I'm not Bible bashing. This is a personal opinion. The thing is, my whole life I've known. I've had somebody there for me, other than the people that I've loved in my life. It was a really strong feeling when I was younger. But for me to get anything out of that, I had to acknowledge the presence. I want to keep away from words like presence and things. Now, look, I'm going to call him God, okay? When I needed God, he was there, but I don't think a lot of people can understand when I say this. My upbringing wasn't very religious. I didn't have no teaching really in religion. That's not a bad thing. It's just something that a lot of us experience. We never really learn how to address things in his life we don't understand. All we do is we learn how to count, we learn how to read, we learn how to remember facts about things so we can pass as exams, as GCSEs. And that, in the government's eyes, is we're a success. We leave school with a piece of paper, and then we can be integrated into the big oily machine and make tax for the the present government. That's not a success. They want you to believe that's all there is that's important in life, you know. You can have kids then and bring them up and they will follow the same suit, get a job and be a success in the eyes of the government. No, what about being successful as a person? You know, I don't think school teaches that enough. They don't teach that at all. I had RE, religious education. I don't remember a single lesson of that. It wasn't taught properly. It was a sort of a, just shove that in because it'll keep the religious Bible bashers at bay. It shouldn't be like that, because now at this stage in my life, back then at school I never understood it, so I would ask, I keep starting a sentence, don't I, and I break off. No, sorry. Back at school, I would listen to my peers, my parents and whatnot. If you mention anything about God, they'll come up with some sort of narrative about God that sounds too good to be true, and you think it's a story. So you get brought up thinking that anything religious is just stories, and, well, in my case I did anyway. I knew on a deeper level that there was something going on in my life, that there was somebody there for me, that God was there for me. I didn't know how to put that into, you know, the level of thought to do with talking with your parents, talking with your friends. That sense of God doesn't integrate well into that life there. You can't talk about it really when you're a kid, because people are going to think you're stupid, silly, you know. What did they call them? Jehovah's Witnesses and all that. I got brought up in that way of thinking. It was all a bit strange. I remember people used to come round to the houses, you know, and I just followed what my family taught me to do. Just laugh at them. They're just an irritation. They come round doors and they want money. Or they want to get in your house and sit down and keep you from doing what you need to do throughout the day. It's not important. But it is. It was so important, and I never knew. And throughout my whole life, it's been like having a warm friend right there. He can't reach me because I've put up a barrier. But that doesn't stop him. He doesn't get angry and leave me alone. He doesn't say, well, sod you then, I'm off. I'm going to somebody who appreciates me. He's been there the whole time. And all I had to do was take down that barrier and reach out. And how I reached out was by talking to him. Don't think I'm going crazy, I'm not. Don't worry about it. The truth is, this has helped me tremendously. I've come on leaps and bounds because of my belief. But it goes further than that. My whole life is down to God. My whole life. I met Cassie in the most amazing... I've got the most amazing coincidence. People call it coincidence, don't they? But I prefer the word duality. No, I'm gonna push people off the video here. Yeah, no, call it coincidence, right? And I got brought up thinking again that coincidence meant like two dice landing on the number 6, and you go, oh, look at that, and that's all it meant. No, that's dice. But when it comes to life, the things that have happened with me and everybody else, I mean, you've all got a story of something happening, and you laugh it off at a party. It's a good talking thing, isn't it? You know, well, let's talk about that thing that happened. I was thinking about somebody and they rang up on the phone. I was skint and I found a tenner, things like that, and then somebody will pop along and say, that's just a coincidence, you were lucky. But no, it's not that. Well, I don't want to criticise anybody's opinion, you know, you're more than welcome to think it's that, but when I met Cassie, I was quite happy being on my own. I'd been hurt. I don't mean to upset you, Dawn, or anything. I'd been hurt, you know I'd been hurt, and it wasn't your fault. You had to do what you had to do. And it was a 50-50 thing. We were both to blame anyway. I'd been hurt. I was quite happy staying on my own. If I was going to meet anybody, there would have to be 1 in a million. Or I would have been... I wasn't interested. I don't want to be hurt again. And I was learning how to live on my own. I was quite happy at that, you know. And my deeper self, the side of me that thought about, that was in connection with God, knew that I wasn't truly happy. But to have anything done about that, sorry, I'm getting a bit tongue-tied now. To get anything done about that feeling and make me happy, I had to ask for help. Remember when I said I put barriers up? I'd still got them barriers up then. And it come to a head one day where I was having a very unhappy time, and we all have them. And this is years and years before. No, it wasn't years and years before I met Cassie, sorry. This was a little while before I met Cassie. I asked for help. I remember looking through a glass window that aimed at the sky, and it was a beautiful day outside, and I was looking through this window, and I said, basically put it in a short version, I said, don't I deserve some happiness? Please help me. Is there anybody else out there for me? Is there anybody else I can meet? And I didn't make an effort to meet anybody at the time. Like I say, I was shutting myself off because I was too scared of being hurt. But on at the same time, I was wanting to meet somebody. So we all know what that feels like, don't we? I mean, we all know when you want to meet somebody but you're scared, you know? Anyway, shortly after that was when I met Cassie. Now, the magical thing was how it all happened. Amazing how I met Cassie. I joined a computer course. I'd never had no intention of joining this computer course until it just sprung on me. It just felt right at the time. I was trying to learn computers, but I thought I could do it all on my own. You know, it was all the resources I needed were at hand. But I thought to myself, bang on, right, let's go to this computer course. I searched for it, found one. I'll cut the story short. At the same time, Cassie had moved from Portsmouth. Excuse me, just a minute. I can't seem to get the camera right. Yeah, Cassie had moved from Portsmouth to Doncaster. She'd been in Doncaster for a few weeks, I think. And she decided to join this course exactly the same time as me. Now, still you're going to think, yeah, and, you know, things like that happen. But I had no intention of meeting anybody. Like I say, I wanted to meet somebody, I know, but I wasn't going to try. But I'd asked for help. This is where it came along, you see. This is where God helped me out. I'd asked for help. He knew better. He knew what I wanted. He knew me better than I knew myself. So he knew how to trick me into getting something that I needed in life. As it turns out, the 1 in a million girl, Cassie. Sorry. Right. As it turns out, Cassie joined this course at the same time as me. There was no reason why she should join the same time as me. I remember meeting her. She was sitting behind me. I didn't want to cry again. Right. She was sitting behind me. And there was other people in the room. The one voice I heard, above everybody's. Not because she was loud, but she was loud, as everybody knows. The one voice I heard above everybody's because she was that person that had been sent to me.
So she stuck out to me. She was right behind me, and I spent a whole lesson with my back to her. And the urge was to turn round and have a quick look. But I didn't want to look like, you know what I mean. I didn't want to turn around and stare at her and then, do you speak? If she spoke, what do you say? You know, that sort of thing. So I waited and I thought to myself, I'll get my chance to look. As long as she doesn't leave before me, I'll get my chance to look when I finish the lesson. So I made sure I finished the lesson earlier that day so that I could get up and have a look and talk to her. Not talk to her, sorry, just see the face behind. Wow. See the face behind the voice. And this is where this is right. Be strong. This was God's doing. You see, He aligned this all up. He lined all this up for me to happen. And I remember standing up, turning round. I was about to leave, and I thought, right, look in a direction, because she was talking to somebody who was standing near me. I was a little bit nervous. I was really nervous. I turned round and I knew there was something was going to happen the moment I laid eyes on this girl. I knew something was happening on that deeper level. So I turned round and she looked at me exactly the same time. I'm telling you, it really happened, this. And she said, hello. Anyway, the rest is history, as you know. And still, even though we'd spoke, me being stubborn, didn't want to meet anybody, there was a magic there. There was a magic there. I was trying to ignore it, and Cassie wouldn't leave me alone. We'd been placed there, like when a friend places you in the same room as somebody. Now that is pretty special on its own. What happened on the day when we finally got talking properly was, I think it was about 3 days after I'd put eyes onto her. We left together, and you're not going to believe this. I made an effort. I stood in this ginnel with her, and I said, I made an effort to break it off, even though nothing was happening at the time. Because I knew this girl was into me, I knew she was really, really special, different. So I said, hello, Cass, I need to talk to you. I'm sorry to say, but I don't want a relationship. I'm sorry, I expected you to say, don't flatter yourself. I'm not interested anyway, but she got upset. And I got to see it in her face. And we'd only met each other 3 days before. So I knew there was something wrong. I knew I'd done something wrong. Anyway, I'm gonna speed this up. I felt sorry for her in that moment. Right, so I stopped and I said, I don't want to upset you, but come on anyway, we'll go for a walk. I'll buy you a sandwich. I think I bought something to eat. And we got so far, and I thought, right, I'll go home now. And I told her, I said, oh no, sorry, she told me. She says, I said, where are you going? She says, I'm going to Meadowhall. I thought, oh, that's nice, but I thought, I can't go because I don't want to be unfair to the girl, you know. But anyway, I was lying. I said, I've got to do something. I can't remember what I said. I said I had to go around town or something, and so I said bye to her, and I spent half an hour just window shopping and whatnot, because I knew Cassie would get on the bus and then go to Meadowhall. And half an hour was more than enough time because she said she was going there and then. Now, oh, excuse me, you're gonna think I've got a boggy eye, haven't I? I've got some little hair. So, I thought Cassie will have gone to Meadowhall, you know, and I could speak to her tomorrow, I thought, or the next day I'm at the course. But, I thought, right, I'm gonna go home now, so I went to the bus. I was just about to say I should have walked home. No, this wouldn't have ever happened. I went to the bus, I got in the queue, and I remember thinking to myself, there's no way Cassie could be in this queue. It's not that I didn't want to know her, it's because I was stubborn because I didn't want to be hurt again. I didn't want to be hurt. So anyway, I got in the queue, and the queue started moving. The doors opened, the queue started moving. I stood up. No, I was already stood up. And you won't believe it. The person in front of me in the queue was Cassie. Right in front of me. Right standing in front of me. And I thought, oh shit, she's going to see me, I feel awful. I feel bad. She's going to see me. And I don't want to hurt the girl, it's me. So I nudged her and I said, hello. And she went, Marky. And this is what I mean. She was a 1 in a million. Absolutely 1 in a billion. So we got on bus, and she was cuddling me arm sitting next to me, and I felt real uncomfortable because, you know what, buses are like packed. I should have ignored everybody. And she was cuddling me arm, and I says, I tell you what, I'll go to Meadowhall with you. And we went to Meadowhall. I can't remember exactly what we did there. We went around the shops and whatnot, I think. And then I bought her something to eat again. No, I didn't. That was the other day when I went to the chip shop. Anyway, the important thing is, on the way back on the bus, it started chucking it down with rain. I mean, you know, the heavens opened, and we're on back on this X78 bus from Sheffield, which is an hour journey, well, about 45 minutes journey to where I was going. The intention was to get off the bus and say bye to Cassie. No, she got off before me, so I'd say bye to her. Anyway, because it was chucking it down, I said I'd get off with her. That don't make sense. There was a reason why the rain caused me to get off with Cassie at her stop. I think it was to keep her dry or something, I don't know. You know, even though I was saying I didn't want to go out on a date, I wasn't being nasty to Cassie. I wasn't being nasty to her. I was just trying to protect myself, you know. And God wasn't having that. He worked his magic, and there was no way. It made me meet Cassie, as it turns out. As it turns out, she was probably thinking the same as me. And she'd probably come across me, and for some reason, don't know why, she really liked me. Anyway, we went back to her place. It was late at night. And I remember when we spent the night together, it was this is another thing I have to be thankful for. Because of me asking for help from God, I mean, this is my message as well. If anybody needs any help in life at this moment watching this, my message is ask for help, because when that night together was the most amazing night of my life. I'll never forget it. Excuse me, just 1 second. Yeah, I'll never forget that night. It was the most amazing night of my life. And we went on from there, me and Cassie. I won't bore you with the rest of the story, but coincidences are not random accidents. Sometimes they are, when they don't matter. But when a landmark event happens in your life, you're not telling me things happen sometimes, that things have happened to you sometimes that you just cannot fathom. You know, and there's only one explanation for me: that somebody's watching out for me. Anyway, why did he take Cassie away? I'm not angry. I'm not angry. Because, you know, I've had the most amazing... Nothing is forever. That's the thing. And I later learned that Cassie was scared of being on her own. And she couldn't keep her relationship down because she was an alternative dresser and whatnot, I think. A lot of people didn't click to her. I don't think it's only that. I think it's because she was so nice. And a lot of blokes, dickheads, you know, as you know. She needed to meet the right match for her. Anyway, it's not all about me, you see. It's also about Cassie. She met me, and I met Cassie, so I let Cassie have peace. And she never left this world on her own. I was with her. Right. Right until the end. Sorry. Right until the end. And now, I'm still with Cassie. Just saying about that bike ride. I felt like I'd left Cassie at home. I've came back home and I feel like she's here with me. I feel like she's here with me, bless her. It goes beyond feeling. I know she's here. I know she's here. Because I feel surrounded, safe, warm. I feel good. These tears are not tears of sadness. Well, they are, but the tears of living a life, loving. You know, grief and pain is not always totally bad. From the outside, people will say, I don't want to go through that, what he's going through. It's not all bad. It's not all bad. Everything is a gift. And I don't mean I wanted this. No. But everything is a gift. There's a reason for everything that happens in this world. And my limited thought process can't figure it out. We're not supposed to figure it out. There's a reason for everything. And now I've just got to be strong and live my life out. And whatever happens, happens. You know? Anyway, I've spent way too much on this video. Sorry for going on and on and on and on. I should have warned everybody at the beginning, shouldn't I? Don't watch this video if you don't want to see some bald bloke crying. But I'm just close with God. And yes, it is because of the grief. The grief has opened doors for me. I don't think a lot of people do much things in life unless there's a bit of persuasion in there. And what a fantastic world! What a fantastic... What a... You know... a lot of times we don't see it, but... I'm gonna live life. I'm gonna try and do things in my life that I've always dreamt of doing. I'm older now, yeah. There's a lot of things that cut off, but there's a lot of things not cut off. I want to do the 5k run. I'm going out on my bike every day so that I can get to a stage where I can start jogging. So I jog now, I'll just lay out flat on the floor like a pancake. I don't want to do that. Nobody wants to see that. So, it's a wonderful life. It's a wonderful, wonderful life. But I had to strengthen my connection with God because of fear. And now that I am strengthening my connection with God, I appreciate what He's doing for me more. And the fear has gone down. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I love you all. Thank you all. Bye. I'll catch you all later on the next video. Alright, bye bye.